Ashley, where on earth are you right now? There are floors to be swept, dishes to be washed, toilets to be cleaned, and you haven't even started working on lunch yet. What are you thinking, leaving the house at a time like this?
I'm sorry, I wasn't feeling well this morning. I tried to put up with it for as long as I could, but it kept getting worse and worse. I called my doctor, and he said I should come in to see him, so here I am.
What? Again? Good grief, girl. How many times have you made that same tired excuse lately? Don't think I can't see through your childish little scheme. I don't care what awful excuses you invent. There is no way I'm going to let you get away with skipping out on your housework, Ashley.
Please, you have to understand. I feel absolutely awful. I've barely even slept an hour or so the past few days, and I can't keep any food down.
And how exactly is that my problem? It's your responsibility to look out for your own health. You're not a child anymore. Stop acting like one. Look at my Joseph, for example. Unlike you, he actually works for a living, and yet he hasn't caught so much as a cold in years. So tell me, Ashley, how in the world did you manage to catch a cold while lounging about in the house all day? Can you explain that to me?
I think the most likely explanation is that it's not a cold.
What do you mean?
I've tried every single over-the-counter cold remedy they sell, and none of it has any effect. I did some digging around the internet, and I think there's a very good chance that I have clinical depression. I'm at my psychiatrist's office right now. I should be getting in to see him soon.
Clinical depression? What nonsense is that?
It's not nonsense. It's a serious mental condition. I think my depression is what's been making me feel so awful lately.
You know what it sounds like to me, Ashley? It sounds like you have completely run out of excuses. Did you really think I would buy that whole clinical depression story? You're just being lazy.
You really think that?
How could I not? You've never put in an honest day's work as long as we've lived together. You just lay about the house watching TV or playing on your phone. How does someone get depression with a lifestyle like that? It doesn't make a bit of sense.
You want to know why? I'll tell you why. It's because every time you yell at me, insult me, or make some snide remark about me, it feels like someone is jabbing a knife into my heart. It seems like every time I hear your voice, I start to hyperventilate.
How dare you try to blame me for your laziness? All I'm doing is what any good mother would do for her son. I'm giving you the training you desperately need to be a good wife for Joseph. You should count your lucky stars to have a mother-in-law as gentle and kind as I am. You should have heard the way my mother-in-law spoke to me when I first married my husband. She was much worse than I am.
So now you're saying that I'm just not tough enough? That's my problem?
That's precisely your problem. You're weak, soft. And let me remind you, if you were good for anything at all around here, I wouldn't have to talk to you this way. You don't like it when I tell you the truth? Too bad. Try folding the laundry right for once. And then there's poor Joseph. Do you have any idea how much pain you're causing him? He talks to me all the time about how he's worried that you'll never become a decent wife for him.
Well, I'm very, very sorry that I haven't lived up to your expectations.
You're sorry? You're sorry? Sorry doesn't make up for the fact that we wasted 10 years of our life providing for you. When are you going to pay us back for that kindness, Ashley?
I've done everything that I can for you.
Well, it's not nearly good enough, which is why we both have to waste our valuable time slapping some sense into you. I'm getting tired of waiting for you to come around.
What more could you possibly want from me?
You have two choices, Ashley. You can either shape up your act pronto, or you can get the hell out of my house. Either way, the choice is yours.
That's a pretty insane ultimatum to make of me. You know that I don't have anywhere else to go.
Right you are, little girl, which is why I strongly suggest that you stop dragging your feet and start pulling your weight around here. Maybe if you start doing an acceptable job as a housewife, we might start treating you like a human being again.
Wow, thank you so much for your generosity. I'll be sure to work as hard as I can to please you.
Down in your room?
I'm sorry, but I'm having a particularly bad day today. I don't think I could stand up right now, even if I wanted to.
Goodness, you're one lucky girl, you know that. All you need to do is sleep, watch TV, and play with your phone, and all your needs are met. Most people have to work for a living, you know. That's what responsible, upstanding members of society do anyway. But I guess you're too good for that lifestyle, huh?
I know that you rely on me to do a lot of the work around here, and I'm sorry I haven't been feeling like myself lately. But I have done everything you've asked me every single day for the last 10 years. Isn't it fair for me to have a day for myself to rest every once in a while?
Excuse me? Did you just talk back to me? What's gotten into you lately?
What's gotten into me lately is that I'm not going to sit back and take this from you anymore. You and Joseph have been belittling me and bossing me around for so long that I sort of started to believe you were right about me. But I'm not going to be the subservient little housewife you wanted me to be anymore. My eyes have been opened. I'm doing more than enough for you already, and I won't do a single thing more.
Are you out of your mind? Do you honestly think that you're doing a satisfactory job as a housewife? Please spare me. There has not been a single time in the last 10 years when I've been glad to have you around. If anything, we'd be much better off without you.
And what makes you say that?
Let me count the ways. You don't do any housework, you don't do any money, you don't make any babies. Why don't I ask you the reverse question? What value do you think you provide to this family? I'm racking my brain and I can't think of a single thing.
Maybe I haven't provided the sort of value that you wanted from me, but let's think back to 10 years ago, shall we? I had a job. I was making money, but then who told me to quit that job and become a housewife? You did! I can't even imagine how far my career might have gone had I kept working.
Back then, I thought you were capable of being a satisfactory housewife, but you've proven me dead wrong over the last 10 years. You're a complete failure in every way imaginable.
I'm putting in my all every day of the week in order to help this house stay in order. Is it too much to ask for you to show some small amount of appreciation for that?
Give me a break. You want appreciation for cooking mediocre food, doing mediocre laundry, and doing a mediocre job of cleaning around the house? Any idiot can do all that. And lately, your performance hasn't even been mediocre.
And why do you think that is? You made me this way. All you had to do was not be an overbearing psycho, and right now we could have a great relationship. We could be having fun cooking and cleaning together. We could have been a family.
There you go again, blaming me for your character flaws. Unbelievable. How shameless can you be? And I can't help but notice that you are still laying down in your bed when you have work to do. Are you planning on staying in there forever?
If you keep acting like this, then I just might, yeah.
Is that so? Then I'm afraid I have no other choice.
No other choice? Are you gonna threaten me now?
If you're not going to be a decent housewife, then I have no use for you around here. Divorce Joseph and get out of my house.
Excuse me?
You can read English, can't you? I won't repeat myself.
I don't believe you. You're really going to kick me out of your house because I took a nap on a Saturday afternoon?
I'm kicking you out because you're a useless freeloader. I have far better things to do with my time than provide room and board for a parasite like you. Pack up your things and leave at once.
You can't be serious. You have no right to do this to me. I told you, I'm feeling the worst I have in a while right now. I couldn't pack my stuff up if I wanted to.
You seem to be under the impression that you have a say in the matter. Resist all you'd like. If all else fails, I'll just have to drag you out of this house myself.
To be quite honest, I would actually be pretty happy to finally be rid of you two. But when I leave, I want to do it on my own terms. Seriously, I'm not going to let you kick me out of the house for getting sick from being overworked.
Yet again, this isn't up to you, it's up to me. All I expected of you was to do a passable job of cooking and cleaning. I didn't expect much, but you couldn't even meet that low standard. Pathetic.
Your standard is absolutely ridiculous.
And so what if it is?
You know what? I'm done. It's not worth the trouble. I'm leaving.
Ha! It's about time you did what you were told.
I'm not leaving until I get all the divorce details settled, however. That's going to take some time, so I hope...
My Ashley is a humble, down-to-earth girl. She's not the type to go around flaunting her father's wealth like those rich celebrities with their own TV shows. But she's not a liar either, so if you had asked her about what I do, she probably would have told you. And speaking of Ashley, I'm pleased to inform you that she'll be out of your hair from here on out. She's coming to live with us.
Wait, you mean she's moving to London to be with you? Or are you quitting your job and coming back here?
Well, I wouldn't use the term quit. It's more like a slightly early retirement. I've made enough money to secure my future. Between my stock portfolio and real estate investments, I'll have more than enough to live on and have plenty left over. So, in the time I've got left on this earth, I've decided to focus on the things that truly matter, namely family. I've been planning on heading back to the good old US of A for some time now, but it was more of a 5 or 10...
In his private life, my dad is as ruthless as they come. How else do you think he could become the top salesman for a powerful global firm like he did? If I were to make a costly mistake, he wouldn't hesitate for 1 second to fire me. I'm looking forward to the challenge of working for him.
Whatever. If he wants to pay you to destroy his business, that's his loss. He hasn't seen you over the last 10 years, so he doesn't know what a failure you have become. You won't last a week at your daddy's company. Honestly, I'd be surprised if you made it a full day before realizing that you're in way over your head.
I'm much more optimistic about my chances than you are, as is my dad.
Well, when you end up penniless on the street, don't you come crying to me for a handout. You'll get nothing. I'm done talking to you. Never contact me or my son ever again.
Gladly. Have a nice life, Charlene.
Just when I thought you couldn't do anything more to us.
Oh, great. Just who I wanted to hear from.
Some lawyer came by the house earlier and handed me a massive envelope. And what did I find when I opened it up? You're suing me! Where do you get off suing me, Ashley? What did I ever do to you?
Do you really need to ask? You and Joseph put me through 10 whole years of emotional and mental abuse. It was so bad that it ended up impacting both my mental and physical health. I have every right to sue you for the very real damage that I suffered because of you. That includes obvious things like medical bills, but also punitive damages.
Oh, give me a break. Emotional and mental abuse? Mental and physical health? You're making all of that up.
I assure you, I have hard evidence to back up all of my claims. You knew I was going to a psychiatrist for my depression. I told you about that personally. He gave me an official diagnosis. So yes, I do have clinical depression. There should have been a form in that envelope showing you that. Did you read through everything?
No, but it doesn't matter. So what if you've got depression? You can't honestly claim that it's my fault.
Yes, Charlene, I absolutely am saying it's your fault. I suffered daily verbal abuse at your hands.
You can't prove that. Where's your evidence?
Glad you asked. This was included in the envelope too, but I have a journal in which I detailed all the different ways you were cruel to me.
You what?
I was never planning to use that journal in this way. It was originally just the best way I could think of to vent the stress you put me under, but it wasn't enough of an outlet in the end. And I'm not a legal expert myself, but my lawyer said that it was evidence and we could use it in court.
Wait, so you mean to tell me that you're actually going to sue me for this insane amount of money?
I thought being served by my lawyer would be enough to show you that I'm very serious about suing you.
You know that I don't have a job. How am I supposed to pay for a lawyer to defend me from these ridiculous claims?
How about you just ask Joseph to foot the bill? It's either that, or you could always try and defend yourself.
I can't do either of those things. Thanks to you being a greedy, spiteful snake, Joseph lost half of his savings in the divorce. And I don't know the first thing about the law. I'll never be able to defend myself.
How you respond to my lawsuit is your problem, not mine. All I did was exercise the rights available to me by law. It's too bad, Charlene. If only you could have been a decent person to me, I wouldn't have had to resort to this.
Why is this happening to me?
It's because you put me through 10 years of torture. I know you thought that you could do whatever you wanted to me and get away with it. But I'm afraid you're going to have to take responsibility for your actions. I'm not interested in hearing any of your whining about it either. Well, hello again, Charlene.
You? What do you want? I thought I was finally rid of you.
Trust me, I wasn't expecting to be talking to you like this again either. but there's something that we need to talk about.
Well, get on with it then. Are you coming to brag about your luxurious lifestyle?
No, I'd much rather enjoy my luxurious lifestyle in peace and quiet than brag about it to you.
Then what is it? You're not going to beg Joseph to take you back, are you? I hate to break it to you, but he's already found himself another woman.
Don't worry, Charlene. I'd sooner drown myself in my pool than go back to living with you and Joseph.
Then what do you want?
You applied for a staff position at Golden Brook Apartments on Center Avenue, didn't you?
How do you know that?
Because my dad owns that apartment complex, and I'm the property manager. I got your resume in my email the other day.
I have the absolute worst luck. Why did you—
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
The police did give her a stern talking to, however. Joseph was enjoying his life with his new wife for a while, but they've hit something of a snag in their relationship. She expects him to do something he's never done before: chores. This leads to near daily nighttime shouting matches that draw plenty of complaints from neighbors. As for me, I'm loving life with my parents. My dad put me through a pretty intense boot camp to show me the ropes, and thanks to that, I'm actually performing quite well, I'd say. I've been away from the business world for a while, so it's really satisfying and fulfilling to be back in action. My dad tells me that if I keep working as hard as I do, one day I might even be as successful as him. It's a lofty goal, but it's one worth shooting for. Wish me luck!